Hey guys, as promised, here is a quick demonstration video on how you would use horsepower. So once you've got it installed, this is what you're going to see. Obviously you need to click on the little logo up here to open up this page. Along the top we've got a few things where we can edit or change. So the first one is the bookie drop down. You can select as many bookies as you want, obviously depending on who's got promos on what races. I've got 3 selected here. I'm just going to stick with these. The stake, we've got the default at 50, which is the max bet for most of these promos, so you're probably not going to change that very often. You can choose, you can put in some minimum or maximum odds. Obviously the expected value on these promos is usually higher on horses at lower odds, so maybe you want to filter out anything over 8 or 10, whatever you want. We can have the SR or SNR mode. So SNR would be for if you're cashing in bonus bets. SR is for when you're trying to earn them on the promo races. And then we'll get the minimum return percentage. So this is basically your qualifying loss. It's set at 25% at the moment, so that means the maximum qualifying loss would be 25% of your stake. So $12.50 in this case. Now, generally, I wouldn't recommend taking a 25% loss. Really, you want to be aiming for sort of about 10 to 15 is realistic. Sometimes the horses at higher odds, you can get lower than 10%. And you really don't want to be taking anything over 15% unless it's a strong favourite, in which case I might go up to 20%. But I've got the default set at 25% here because this allows us to see horses that might be close to being acceptable but aren't quite there yet. The commission discount, most people can probably ignore this, but if you've got a commission discount at Betfair because you're a heavy Betfair user, then you can put it in here and you would put in the discount amount. So if you get a 10% discount, you would put in 10 there, and then it would reduce. So if it's a 6% commission rate, it would reduce it down to 5.4%. And if it's a 10% commission rate, it would go down to 9. So you can put in your commission discount, but most people are going to leave that one blank. And then the next step is to open up your races. So the next one with promos is Rose Hill. So I'm going to open up this, and you can see we've got 4 tabs. We've got Betfair and the 3 bookies that I selected in the drop down. You can see the horse running here. This just means that it's looking for data. The pages are loading, and as the pages load, we're going to get more data coming in here. So you can see Bet365 is loaded up fully. Once we've got Rose Hill, PointsBet and Sportsbet, they should come on here as well, and you see them there. So we've got a strong favourite in this race. You can see that we're at 13% return. That's not great. I would think that's probably going to improve a little bit closer to race time. You can see we've still got 24 minutes left on this one. But let's imagine that was down at 10% or 7-8%, something that we're happy with. So the next step is just to place the bets. So I would open up Bet365. I would find the horse, so I'll get 170 on rotator. I would put this my stake in here, but I'm not going to hit place bet yet because maybe the Betfair odds have changed. So I would find the Betfair odds and the lay stake, so 48.30 at 1.86. So I would just do my 48.30, and once I'm happy with that, I can place both of those bets. Now you can see that in this case, at those odds, if the horse doesn't win, I'm going to lose the 50 at Bet365 but gain 43.47, so that's what, a $6.53 loss. If it does come second or third, I'm going to get my $50 bonus bet on top of that loss, so that'll put me at a nice profit. And if it wins, I'm going to gain 35 here and lose 41.54, so again that's 6.54 of a loss. So basically the trick here is to keep the losses low. So you're looking for that return percentage at a nice low amount, and then once you get the bonus bets, you want to convert them at as high a rate as possible, and for that you can switch it over to SNR mode. If you do change anything up in this top section, you do have to open the race again to reset everything. So I'm just going to do that now, and we'll see what comes up. So it's just taking a second to load here. But now that we've got a couple of pages, so we've got nothing that's meeting my 70 threshold, but if I was to wait till a little bit closer to the race, chances are something would come up here, or I could reduce that down below 70 and try again, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's basically how it works. It's pretty straightforward once you get familiar with all the different settings. If anyone's got any questions, please let us know and we'll try and help you out. But hopefully that makes it all a little bit clearer for you. Cheers, guys.